Today I'll be writing a program that prompts the user to enter a lowercase letter, then generates an array of random letters and checks if the letter entered by the user is present in the array generated. So I already have my files I already have my files created. So I'm gonna go ahead and include some header files. I'm gonna first include the functions.h so I can access my function prototypes. Then I'm gonna include IO stream for input and output operations. And then I'm gonna include the random header file to generate random numbers. Then I'm gonna go ahead and create my first function. It's gonna return a char. I'm gonna call it user input. I'm gonna create a variable called letter with a char data type. Then I'm gonna prompt the user to enter a letter. And let's see how alphabet. Then I'm gonna store whatever the user entered inside the letter. Then I'm gonna return letter. Then I'm gonna go ahead with the functions.h and I'm gonna define that prototype. But the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have def functions h. And I'm gonna have define function h. Then I'm gonna put my function prototype here. It's a char user input. Then I'm gonna end if. Save this. Then I'm gonna create another function to generate the random numbers. I'm gonna call this generate first. It's gonna be a char. I'm gonna type in generate random uppercase. First thing I'm gonna do is create a variable called random num. Close that statement. Then get a random device standard random device my engine. End that statement. Then I'm gonna create the uniform int distributor. I want an int, and I want it to be between excuse me, I want it to be 65 and 90 to define the distribution object. Then I'm in this statement right here. assign random number or random num assign random num to rand l, and I'm at my engine inside. And then this will generate a random number. Or yeah, this will generate a random number. So return random num. And then I'm gonna add this to my prototypes. Right there, save it. Save that. Then I'm gonna generate the characters now. I'm gonna create a function for that. This is gonna be a void. Return a void. I'm gonna say gen char. I'm gonna create an arctor. I'm gonna create a array of characters called random characters. With a size of 10. Then I'm gonna assign a random number to each element in the array, so I can get random. Every time I call this function, I can get random letters. So I want to create a for loop. I'm gonna say int I is equal to 0, semicolon, if I is less than the size, which is 10, then I plus plus. Open this, and then I'm gonna simply say random characters. So for each element, I'm gonna call it generate. I'm gonna run the random function. That's it for right there. Then I don't know. I think I might have to come back here then. I'm gonna create another function where I gotta store this function as my prototype also. I'm gonna create another function called display results. Display results, and this is gonna take a char array of characters and the size. But first I need to create the function that finds the character. So I'm gonna say int, we're gonna return an undefined char. This is also gonna take a array of characters, the size, and the value. Which would be whatever the user entered. Now I'm gonna copy this over into my prototypes. Then now create a subscript or a variable, the integer data type. Also I'm gonna convert the numbers to characters. So I'm gonna say new value equal to static cast char. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna use the toUpper function. Add the value inside. Just to get rid of case instance, just to add case insensitivity, I'm gonna use the toUpper function. Close this statement right here. And now for then I'm gonna just search to each element in the array and try to see if the value, the new value, is equal to any element in the array, and then it will return the subscript. Okay, so to do that, I'm gonna do array equal to new value. I made a mistake. For int is equal to 0, is less than size, which will be 10. I'll pass 10 when I call the function, and I plus plus. Then no. If the array element is equal to the new value, then return subscript equal I. Else return -1. And that's the right there. Save that. And now I'm gonna display the information. So the first thing I'm gonna do is create a variable called search val, and then I'm gonna call the user input function. And then I'm gonna create an integer index, and I'm gonna call the find char function with the array and the size. This has to be a char. Put in search val. Tripping. I'm calling the function, so I don't need these. Alright. Then create another variable. Be a string. Let's use string. So I have to have that as a header file. Include string, and then I'm gonna call the suffix, and I'm gonna use this to have first, second, and third, depending on what position the value that the user entered is in the array that generated. So I'm gonna do that next, and I'm gonna say use a switch case. I'm gonna say switch switch index. Alright, index in case 1 colon if suffix suffix is 1. If index is 1, then suffix should be equal to st for first, or not 1. Yeah. And then I'm gonna break. And then I'm gonna just copy this multiple times. And I want second and third. So this would be ND, this would be RD. Then I might have a default statement for everything else after that. And then suffix will be equal to th. Save that. Now if this, I'm just going to print out the output, or the program should output at the end. So if index is not equal to, if index is not equal to -1, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna print out what position or where the search value was in the array. So we're gonna say cout character is in the, then add the index +1, because the starting index is going to be 0, so we have to add 1. Then add the suffix, and if it's 1, then the suffix will be st as we just created. Then I'm gonna say, I'm gonna finish out this thing by say place in. Then I'm gonna run through the characters. So for that, I'm gonna have a for loop for I equal to 0. I is less than size. Int I. Then I want to say standard cout. I want to create a space for readability between each character. Then I'm gonna say array else. I'm gonna just copy this, save it down. And then I'm gonna print, because if we enter the else braces, that means it was not found. That means index was -1. So we're gonna print out cout standard, create a new line, L when you say when you print out a search value, that's whatever they entered, and then we're gonna say is not found. I'm gonna save this. Then I think I have to call the display results right here. Yes. I'm gonna call random characters and the size is 10. I'm right there in this. Gotta add the prototype. That's how I'm getting that arrow. I think. Alright. I'm gonna have to do this. Save it now. For my main file, I'm just gonna include hashtag functions.h wrap in quotations functions header. Then say int main, I'm gonna call it genchar because that has my display results function. I'm gonna call it and I'm gonna return 0 to indicate if the program was successful. Then now I have to compile all these files. In the CVP in there. And there it is.